Catch-can wrestling throughout the years, and we're talking hundreds of years, was the most formidable martial arts sport of all. Later on, you got your bare knuckle fist fighting, your all-in street fights, then became boxing, and then whatever. But behind them all, even John L. Sullivan, the first heavyweight champion of the world, used to say, everywhere he went, I am the best man in the world. And underneath his breath, he would say, except for that he had an old wrestling coach who used to beat the shit out of him. So, that's true. Wrestling was a sport of kings. Henry VIII wrestled Louis of France. And unfortunately for Henry, an Englishman, being as I'm English, Louis suplexed and beat Henry VIII. And unlike history tells you about Henry went against the Roman Catholic Church because he couldn't get every man ever married. He wanted a son, he had 6 wives. That wasn't it. He was the rightful heir to become King of France, and the Pope backed Louis. And that was the big problem there. But kings wrestled. Your Maharajas of India. And don't get me wrong now about Pakistan and the Boer brothers and whatever. Until 1948, Pakistan was India, and it was British controlled.
Now, Bill, if I can interrupt you, so you had us doing the Hindu squats and all that, and you know that's a lot of that's been attributed to Carl, but that's something that you as well endorsed, doing the bridging and the squats.
They were doing wrestlers coming back from India that wrestle over there. I don't mean wrestlers who were. Let's get on to just one thing, and I'll go right back to that. Is Wigan style wrestling, catch as catch, became the best because most of the people in it were broke. There was no outside entertainment, no cell phones, no television, no clubs. Sex was unheard of to the common man. Girls didn't go around in miniskirts or whatever. There was no PCs or videos or whatever. So guys used to have to find entertainment, and for any masculine type person, and most of these guys were steel workers or coal miners, they had to do something physical. So it was either rugby or wrestling or boxing or whatever. And you could go into any city, anywhere in the world, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, you could go to any YMCA, for example, you'd find at least 20 sparring partners there to work out with. And that's the big problem nowadays. There are not enough sparring partners. You cannot train with the same guy all the time because you both learn each other's moves. The idea is to get different men with different reactions, learn their reactions, learn how to adapt to beat those reactions. And that's how you learn. I was very lucky. I was one of the last of the old school. And all the old timers still used to come to the gym. And they would, without a doubt, they'd watch you sparring and stuff. And afterwards, and they were all ex-champions or whatever, they would pull you to the side afterwards and say, listen kid, you did this wrong. If you adapt your body at this angle, it will work better for you. Then you'd go on the mat and you'd practice it, getting the angle, getting the pressure. And we don't have that now. There's no old timers around left to advance that knowledge. I mean, there's Carl and myself, Fujiwara. We're probably the last of the old school. I mean, Fuji's younger, but Billy Joyce has gone. All the Wigan guys have gone of any note. And it's a shame because it's a great sport. England was in India for 200 years. And wrestling was very, very big in England and Europe and stuff. They picked up the different styles. And they brought the free squats by Gurney Riley, Billy Riley's son, wrestled in India. That was before Gotch came to Wigan and stuff, so they were doing squats there.
Way back.
Yeah, and the clubs. But there's big differences of opinions to say Hindu clubs, and the big argument.
You mean the big,
Yeah.
the big
Well,
bat
and
things?
Club, the swings, yeah, the mace. And which are great for wrestling, because what used to happen is not like modern days where you have machines. In the old days, you strongmen used to lift heavy weights, and they all finished up getting very, very stiff, which is no good for wrestling. You've got to be loose. If you're stiff, the pressure gets to you too soon, so it makes your body, instead of your arm turn, you get to here, you're stiff, then your body turns, you want to get beat. So the Indians used the clubs and all that stuff. The big argument was, where did they come from? Persia or the Iran as it is now, Iran, say that they come from the Andesquads. And that could be because when the Mongols came through Persia, the Parsi religion, they took the holy fire to India. And with them, they took the wrestling and could be the clubs and the mace and the squats. I don't know, because hundreds of years ago, but the Persians, Iranians say that's their style, the Indians say it's their style, whatever. And you're going to get those arguments about every style of wrestling or any kind of fighting.
Well, you made mention of the British Navy being so strong, and because of that, having conquered most of the planet at one point in time, that they brought wrestling styles from all over the world, and that's kind of the origins of the Lancashire style.
Okay. A lot of the guys that they had in the Navy, they didn't volunteer to be in the Navy. They were shanghaied into the Navy. When a captain was 10 members short on a crew, he would send them men out to the bars, get somebody drunk, hit them over the head. They'd wake up next day and they'd be out to sea for 2 years, 2 or 3 years before they came back. What happened there was a lot of the people that they did that to were wrestlers. And when they went to these foreign countries, they picked up the different styles of wrestling, because there's a style of wrestling in most every country in the world. And they picked up, took it back to Wigan. I'm talking about the Wiganers. And the old-time Wiganers put it together so they could use it best for their style to get submissions to beat a guy. So the British Navy had a lot to do with the origin of catch-as-catch-can wrestling. Now, catch-as-catch-can wrestling, the name, is a Lancashire style expression for the actual expression is catch me if you can. But the Lancashire interpretation of that is catch-as-catch-can. And that's the name of catch. So if they say catch-as-catch-can wrestling came from any other part of the world, it's bullshit. It came from Lancashire. Most people can't understand Lancashire wrestling. Oh, the language. I had to learn how to speak slowly so you Americans could understand what I was talking about. Okay, any questions about anything before we go on to something?
Well, you still take the piss out of people, though, right?
Oh shit! I'm 25 inside, 90 on the outside. Okay, Carl was in Japan, and he was coaching Inoki.
Yeah.
1968. So the Minister of Sport, Senator Hatter, called the head of the Olympic Committee in London and asked, like, we need somebody to come back, Carl Gotch, like, the best wrestler in the world is Billy Robinson, blah, blah, blah. Got in touch with Billy Riley, called me up. At that time, the Swedish Olympic team had challenged pro wrestling in Sweden. And they called me up to go over and wrestle. So I wrestled the whole Olympic team, beat every member of the team.
Wow.
And amateur wrestling first, and then submission wrestling. So I missed the first tour in Japan. So I took the second tour. Two of the greats that I wrestled on the Swedish team was Grunberg, was 2 times world champion and Olympic champion, and two Andersons that were both world champion and amateur champions. They were on the same team at the time. And then I went to Japan, but the Japanese didn't realize that my father and my Uncle Alf met Carl after the 48 games the 48 games were in London, but Alf was wrestling, my uncle was wrestling in Antwerp, Belgium, met Carl, told him about Wigan, brought him back to England. He lived at my uncle's house and then at my dad's house for a while. We took him to Wigan, because I was younger then, a little lad, and they took him to Wigan, and Carl liked the style that much that he quit everything in Belgium and actually lived in Wigan for about 3 or 4 years. And he learned the Wigan style of catch can wrestling there. We have different opinions about Carl. Carl very opinionated, very stubborn, typical German background, but they say that about me too, so I can't really don't want to cast too many stones here, but Carl was great. Carl is great. I don't agree on a lot of things with him, but he doesn't agree on a lot of things with me, so that's what life and wrestling is about. You've got to figure out how you have to make something work for you. If you go for any hold and it's not working for you, you don't just give up on it. You change your position, change your angle, attack it from a different angle. You have to make it work for you. Nobody else is going to make it work for you. And if it gets to a point where you're not getting anywhere, then you change. The biggest thing in wrestling, of any style of wrestling, any kind of martial arts, any kind of street fighting, is one word: control. You have to get control, and then you've got to keep control. And we'll go into that on some old time.
And your great grandfather was a champion pugilist, right? Bare knuckle boxer.
Bare knuckle champion.
Yeah.
Harry Robinson, 1902 or something about that time. Killed 2 guys in Ireland, had to come to England. So I guess I've got some Irish in me somewhere. You know, I do celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a few beers. Yeah, and then my father was a very famous street fighter for money, also a champion boxer. My uncle was Longdale belt holder, boxer, heavyweight champion, and also a professional wrestler. Funny story about Alf, was one of the funniest guys you could ever meet. He'd laugh, make you laugh, could tell stories for 24 hours without repeating one story. I never saw him in a bad mood. He's taking me to watch him wrestle. And he's got a long face. I said, Uncle Alf, I said, what is your problem? I said, I've never seen you like this, so serious. He said, Billy, would you believe it? He said, I boxed the world champion. He said, I wrestled the world champion, which he did. He boxed Max Baer, heavyweight champion. He wrestled Frank Sexton for the heavyweight championship wrestling. He said, I boxed the world champion, wrestled the world champion. He said, but I married the bleeding atom bomb. His wife was only 5 foot tall, you know what I mean? She used to drive him crazy. Boxed the world champion, wrestled the world champion, bleeding atom bomb. Yeah, so I was going to be a boxer, and then what happened is I had an eye accident at work, and well, not work, I was working for my father at his business shop. I had an eye accident because I was going to be a boxer like the rest of my family. So I couldn't box. So my uncle wanted to get me into professional wrestling, and I had to say no. He said, if you're going to wrestle, you're going to be a wrestler. So I said, what do you mean? He said, well, first go to the YMCA, learn how to amateur wrestle. So I went to the Y and wrestled and did very, very good for that area. He said, now you think you're good? So then he took me up to Billy Riley in Wigan, and that's how I started. And my introduction to Wigan was, well then, lad, what's your best hold? So at that time, as what we call a crucifix, was you'd hook the arm and get a Father Half Nelson and turn him and grab the arm. He said, well, Dempsey, get on the mat. Now, Dempsey was a welterweight. I was a lot bigger.
Is it Jack Dempsey?
Jack Dempsey, yeah. Real name's Tommy Moore. So he said, let him get it, Tommy. So he lets me get the hold. The next thing I know, I'm on my back and I've got an ankle submission. He said, try again. 5, 6 times, same result. Yeah, he said, that amateur bullshit, he said, that's okay for amateurs. He said, this is real wrestling, you know. He was really very, very tough in any other kind of style of wrestling. I went there for 3 months. They didn't show me one thing. They beat the living shit out of me for 3 months until they realized that I wasn't going to quit. Once they realized that I was going to stick it, then they started to show me basics.
You're saying that a lot of the old wrestlers would constrict some type of something from the mat or something with their eyes, and a lot of them committed suicide from glaucoma.
Very big thing. That's Ed Lewis in America. Probably, I think Ed Lewis, from what I've heard, was probably better than Gotch. I don't mean Carl Gotch, Frank Gotch. I think that from reputations that I've heard that he was probably one of the greatest Americans wrestlers of all time. When I say one of the greatest, because I have a big thing about wrestling, is weight classes. I think a lot of your technical, better men are in a lighter weight class because there's more things available to do. For instance, you get a lightweight or even up to a welterweight. You can hook an arm in the leg and pick a man straight up off the floor to hook a leg and get a figure four. You can't do that with a 190-pound man or more, or a 200-pound man. You're not going to lift him off the floor. There's ways to attack that, very simple, but you're not going to lift him off the floor. You have to adapt to what works for you and your size and the size of your opponent. There is no one way to do it. You might get a man that is 210 pounds at 6'10", and you might get a man that's 5'1" at 210 pounds. Wrestling was like control. You never give anything. You tempt somebody to go for something and beat him from it, but you never give it to him. And there's a difference. It's a subtle difference, but it's a difference of how to become a champion or just a good wrestler. Plant your knee in the right direction. That's better. Now push into it with the leg. There you go. Drop the elbow. Good. There you go. What I do is I come here.
Just the one stand up.
But he's got no defense at that angle. With that leg back to him. And you've got to use your hands, guys. You've got to grip that arm. Let him know you've got hold of the arm. Now, see when your knee's pointing up like his was before. You've got to get this knee to here to drive in this direction.
So Billy, from where I am to where he is now, it doesn't matter how far around he comes as long as he can drive back into me.
Yeah, as long as he's got to get his leg in position to use his leg. But that's his power.
See here? Like this.
Now then, push into it. There you go. No, on the hook. There you go, good. That was a lot easier.
Yes, sir.
Can I have my foot up on the toes? Can I go?
Sure, now you pivot.
Okay.
Then, because that's going to help you. We're here. I'm here. He's behind. He's got my arm hooked. You can't grab it here. I've got no pressure here. Okay, guys, just watch a second. everybody. When you grab somebody's arm, anytime, you've got the elbow joint here. Now, if you feel in there, you can feel the joint. What you do when you grab somebody's elbow, you lock the heel of the thumb, and either this finger or this finger, and you lock it behind the elbow joint. Now, this hand is not going to slip. If you grab here and you're sweating, you're going to slip. But if you lock in here, no matter how sweaty. Now, when you reach underneath here, lock this arm in and you pull this arm down. Now, this is got to be, you've got to have this grip on the elbow joint. Here, grab it. My shoulder, like you just did then, it's hard to get this arm down. So pop your shoulder down, and then this arm comes through easy. You understand? Yeah. Here, bang, Dennis. Stay there. You understand? You've got to make room for yourself. So anybody takes you down, you immediately get to your defense position. And if you're going to wrestle, or if you're going to coach wrestling, you've got to make your kids stand up. Now, a great exercise is defense position. Go behind him. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay, stop. Go down. Go behind him. Go down. Go behind him. Stand up, fight, fight, fight. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Fight. Get away. Don't lean back. Fight, fight, fight. Okay, go down. Go! Good, that's it. Next person. Stand up, go! Go ahead. Now then, remember, stop. Remember the rule. Push into it. Turn your body into it. It's going to help you. Fight. That's a great way for conditioning and also to teach you. Now then, you asked me before about if you're on your back, how do you get into the defense position? Okay, now then, in this position, you have to be very careful. Okay, grabbing all around the body. Yeah. Now then, walk your legs around. Go around. There you go. Now then, walk him into your body. That's it. Now, roll and bridge. Turn. Okay, good. Okay, watch. No, give me here. If your hands are here, it means you're trying to turn all this part of the body with power. You have to get into the middle so that the weight is balanced. Then it's going to be easy. Okay, now then, good. Now pop your hips and bridge. Two. There you go. Okay, good. That's one. Get on top. If you're here, you have to get an arm free. What you need to do is this arm, you can turn and get underneath. Get underneath. Make a fist. Put it on your own belly. On your own belly. Okay. On your own belly. Now then, with your legs and your hips, pop up to throw his weight off.
Turn this way?
Yeah. Just pop up. Turn. Okay. Yeah, but you bridge too much. All you need is enough to get him off. To get him. Just pop. Turn. There you go. So what I'm saying is you never grab hold. Okay. Come on, have some fun. Get on top. Okay, I'm here now. This arm is too far through. A good wrestler wouldn't let this be here. But still, I don't want to grab here. I don't want to turn to here. Because now, if he brings this arm back, he's got my arm trapped. So what I want to do is, I want to get underneath his underneath his armpit. So I'll get my knuckles in and then pop with my body. Now I'm here. Now I can pop again, bang, throw this arm, and turn. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Is you do not ever go around any limb or head if you're on the underneath position because you want to tie yourself down. And you need to get to the defense position and then stand up.
So you're saying if you're on your back,
You know, I can't do this.
never grab hold.
You've got to find a figure way to get one arm underneath so that you can pop and turn. Grab this wrist. No, the underneath wrist.
No, the opposite side.
Put this hand on the floor now. No, put this hand on the floor. Pull this leg behind you.
Behind me, not between these legs.
No, between on the outside. Now then, throw this knee underneath.
Underneath him.
Go underneath. Your knee underneath. Turn into that. No, don't grab a head.
Don't take a hit.
No, turn the opposite way. There you go.
Okay. You never turn into a head arm there. You'll feel good.
You set up so the whole
Roll right over.
Right, yeah.
His arms there. His arms there. And he's tightened up. You've got to get your hand in between.
In here?
Okay, now push it down. Push it. Yeah, okay. Now then, you've got to use your legs and head to really pop. When lift your elbow at the same time and then throw it through.
Okay, so bridge?
Yeah, just pop up. Throw the arm through and turn. Throw the arm through. Throw the arm through. Don't hold it there.
Okay.
Throw it through so you can turn and get into a defense. As soon as you pop up, then you throw the arm so the weight's off you. There you go. So basic. You can't turn if you used to. If you do this, how can I turn? So I'm bringing this out here. I'm popping with my body and legs and hips to get his weight off this arm. All I need is a quarter of an inch, like pop, and then I throw this arm through to turn to the defense position. Get your hand, make a fist, get it deeper underneath you, onto your belly. There you go now. Now then, when you pop, just throw the arm through.
Through here.
Towards Josh.
Through that. Through
Yeah.
here. Sorry.
You pop and then just throw it through. That's basically it. But what I want you to do is, you do it with power of the arm. I want you to pop with your legs and your hips to take the weight off your arm. When the weight's off, you throw it through. Get it underneath you. Get it in between your body and his. Your fist. There you go. Now, when you pop and his weight goes up, you should be throwing the arm through and turning. There you go. Good.
Any preference of turning in versus turning out?
Depends on his reaction.
Here's the thing with turning away from your opponent. All the grappling guys nowadays say never to give your back up. But here's the deal. If I give you my back, what are you going to do? What would you do?
Try to go for bare naked choke. or something
Right.
like that.
So you probably try and control my hips and put your hooks in, right?
Right.
I know you're going to do that.
Okay.
I know you're coming for me, so it's a matter of, do you think you can do it before I can get up?
Gotcha.
So Eric can attest to this. I'll throw my back out to somebody and I'll stand up. And if they can control my hips faster than I can get up, then they're just, they're good, but they still got to finish from there.
No, Billy, that's a right uppercut, right? I'm hitting his face as hard as I can.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm thinking.
If you get the arm stuck here, going too deeper underneath. Yeah. And then bring it up. Pop out. There was a gap before he cranked down on you. He was high this way. Here, there. Now then, throw it, make a fist. And throw this arm through to pop and turn that way.
Really?
Yeah. He can't stop it. Anytime you're trying to get your hand through, once you're through, pop and turn,
You're under my head. Oh, yeah. Sorry, so far
So-
here. Under my, yeah.
So if you can get this hand, make a fist. Now you got it to there. If you pop and turn, it can't stop you.
But can he crossface still? Hard?
Not from there.
Okay, so if I'm here.
The head disappears.
But if he pushes his arm all the way through, then he can get crossfit.
Yeah. Well, if he pushes his arm all the way through, you're not going to get it.
Right.
Because he's too tight.
Sure.
I was talking about he was loose. So you can,
Or here.
whatever you do, there you go. Now it's yours. Just pop. But no, don't push with this hand. If you push with this, but when you pop, you want to be throwing this hand this way so you can turn. It's like pop, punch. Yeah, that's it. Now you.
So this hand.
Yeah, just throw it up and then turn. Just pop. Now you hear, don't worry about that hand. Don't worry. Here, what you do is you pop and then throw it on.
I mean, almost like a long sit out.
Yeah. It throws the weight right. Once you've got that weight off you, you can't stop your turn.
Sure.
And then you go to the hook. Stand the hook up. So dig my arm deep in through here. The thing is, mentally, he's got like, you to escape.
Right.
He's going to want to grab you. So you just got to be ready for whatever.
I initiated, so I should be first.
Here.
Yeah.
And I get this here. And when I pop, let's do this with that.
You showing him the why?
Well, that's power. That's hard with a good guy.
To run like a chicken step.
Okay, you're here. I'm here. I don't want to grab. If I grab, I'm tying myself down. All right, so I want to get this arm to here. Now, I've got this arm here. When I pop, I'm popping this way and throwing you a weight this way. So with my legs, I'm popping. Now the weight's off. I'm throwing this arm.
It seems if he tried to control your neck as you went, if you got to your all fours, to your defense position, you had him wrapped up all ready to go, and you could roll him right to his back.
Sure. You know, you just got to used to getting a hand underneath and then using your body to pop it. Throw the arm through stuff. In this position. Just the elbow. Don't let him go there. Don't wait. Don't stay there. Use it. Use his body.
You're trying to win your face. What do you think about that? As far as the guy holding.
Oh, yeah, but I'll show you how to hold it. I will never stay.
I like to always use my shoulder,
Yeah,
chest, here,
that's good.
and then hold it in a V,
That's good.
and then
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
it's really uncomfortable.
Follow me.
Well, we'll go through that later.
And then you're going to defend your head as hard as you can. It's easy to start the mouth. Yeah. You can just move. Oh, wow.
We're the same. But this hand here. Don't turn this way.
This way.
He thinks he's got it. He's got nothing. Guys. So basically what we've done is if the guy's got like the amateur grip on the elbow and around the body, you grab the wrist. I've showed you how to stand up. Great. If he's got an overhook on the shoulder, I've showed you how to grab the elbow, turn around, use the leg to push in. As both weight comes up, drop your elbow and get into the lateral position. Good. We've learned how to get from underneath on your back to the defense position. But there's no easy way. None of this is easy. You have to work and you have to work hard. The point is that when you do escape, you have to be in control. escape, so he takes you straight back down again. You have to know where you are so he can't attack you. Or if he does attack you, you can block him or counter him. Now, I want to go into some leg work, attacking the legs, and headlock standing throws from the old style catch wrestling. I'm here. I'm going for the front face like he's fighting it. So I come into here. If he gets on here, drop this elbow down to his elbow and just pop your leg. Okay, when you're here, drop your up to here. Now, do not turn your body. Because now, instead, it takes me as long to get back to his leg. He can take my leg. When I get to here and I throw it, my right arm just goes back. And then I step in and take the leg. Okay, just do it again.
Face up.
Yeah. That's it. Throw your arm back. Throw your arm back. There you go. You got it. Good. Now then, the big thing about legs is not going off balance. You use too much energy, he goes off balance, you are following. Even though you've got the leg, you've missed too many opportunities. Right now here, and I grab the leg. This is what I want, just to see what he does. His natural instinct is to throw his leg down. When his leg comes here, I'll show you a takedown. If leg comes forward, I'll show you a takedown. So what I'm doing is, you're getting the head, and you're throwing the head away to grab the leg, to look for his reaction. Okay, this time, Josh, do it.
Just take
Don't
the leg
go off
catch.
balance. Just lift it. Good. Now force your leg down. Josh, stop. Okay, just stop. Lift the leg.
Oh, lift the leg.
Okay. When he forces it down, don't resist. Put it down. Take a double pick it. Yours.
All right.
Throw your leg down. Yeah.
Pass. Put the leg.
There you go. Good. Whoa. Okay. Now that's one. Now then, if grab my leg. Josh, just. Okay, sorry. No. Your body is okay. That's it. Good. If my leg comes a little bit forward, then you keep the leg hooked with your arm, hooked behind his heel, back of your knee, and just drive forward.
Okay. Got his leg, it drops forward a little bit.
That's it. Just hook the leg with your right leg.
Oh.
Here, put your knee on the floor. That's it. Now just leave it. It's yours.
All right.
Go.
All right.
Okay, so you've got one.
Straight down.
If you go straight down, you're into the double.
Right.
If it comes a little bit forward, you hook it, drive forward. Now, if it goes back, go back there. Okay, slide in, Josh, so that his foot is right behind your knee.
Behind it.
Yeah, just slide in. That's it. I beat two of the Olympic gold medalists from the Swedish team, the light heavyweight and heavyweight. I beat them both with that move. Just get the position, Josh. Stop. And do that. Now then, Josh, put your hand on your shoulder a bit more. Okay? That's it. Now then, what I want you to do is not you go behind him. I want this knee to come out, and it will pull his leg out there. There you go. Now he's really off balance. You've got anything depends on you.
So don't swing behind him.
No,
Pull your hip out.
that's
Pull his
it.
leg.
That's
All right. So,
not.
wedge it across.
guys are going for the grapevine, somebody give me a shoulder. Just the shoulder. You're going for the grapevine like this and trying to put your leg behind. What you do is when you go for the grapevine, cock this hip around, and now you'll come around so easy. And you've got to cock your wrist. Cock. No.
So cock my hip this way?
Backwards.
This way.
Yeah. When turn your toe. Now it's yours. Yeah, good.
Okay, so I get in here.
Grab his chin, and then roll your head down there. Just roll it. Yeah.
Grab the knee.
That's it. Now then, let go. Now grab his ankle. Okay, you got a straight leg. Double wrist lock. You can get it from so many different. But there's also a very easy defense for the double wrist lock.
What's that?
He's reeling this in.
Yeah.
I'll bite.
Well, I wanted to get a good double wrist lock. Somebody grab a double wrist lock for me, strong. Okay. He's got it. Say go.
Do a hammer lock.
Sit out of it.
Turn the wrist.
Turn the wrist away. Comes out of his hand.
Strong. Okay, now watch. Here, he's got it strong. But as soon as I turn the wrist to here, that arm's mine.
You have to bite.
This arm comes to here. Turn this ball into.
You don't do anything with the other hand, Billy.
Huh?
You're pulling through with the other hand or anything?
Well, I had to get because of my hips.
Right. You shouldn't have to, though. You
Shouldn't have
just
to. You do that.
leverage it up.
As you watch, rub again, watch again. No, watch. You, I need you to do it to me. Watch it. Stop. Grab my wrist. Grab my wrist. You going for it. I'm turning to here.
Before I get yeah. Right.
Turn that ball as you
Yeah,
reach
he
it.
gets it already on the
Before
wrist.
you get it.
Even though the hand's coming, this is already popped. See that
Yes.
Once I get on my hips, I can do that.
there was no way to stop it.
That's interesting.
Did you turn it right up?
I need to try to get down here on the wrist. Okay, try here.
Take it on, right?
I'm gonna get
Turn
closer,
this wrist.
like this.
Yeah, and rotate it up.
Okay.
Keep going.
So let's say you're standing there. You really feel
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
So you're turning this way?
Yep, turn it towards you.
It's amazing. Did you have it hard?
I've got it. Now, once I've got here, I've got the arm bar.
Yeah.
Okay, now then. You guys watch. Okay, are we ready? Watch. To get pressure, you need your shoulder on him so he can't move. That's it. Now push his hand this way. Now then take it away from his body. There you go. You got it. Okay, now that's the hammer. Now, now the defense for that
Yes.
is he would roll backwards onto his own arm.
Roll into me.
Let him, don't stop him.
Okay.
Just keep hold of the wrist.
Okay.
Turn this hand upside down on the wrist.
This hand?
This hand.
Top hand.
Turn it this
No.
way.
This hand. Turn upside down. Turn. Yes.
Here.
Yeah, no. Roll on your back. Roll on your back. Roll on your back. No, come around here. You come around. Let him roll on his back. Now then, Put your chest. Put your chest on his sternum. Okay, let go of the arm.
Let go of the arm.
Yeah. That arm is trapped.
Yes.
Okay, now cross over, and he got two arms against his one arm.
Right.
There you go. So. Okay, again, get
Hey,
down.
ain't no way to tap.
Just grab the hand. Get the hammer lock. You've got the hammer lock. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's not rolling his back, but he's turning on his side.
To the side.
There, okay, stop. There. Go around the front, trap his head. Half ouch. Half ouch.
Oh.
No. Go around the front, trap his head with your knee. Yeah, now half ouch him. There you go. Now grab his arm. Both arms. Both hands on this arm.
Both hands on this one.
Yeah, good. Now just walk around the front. You've got a crooked heads there, which will kill him. Or just go around. Go around.
Holding
Let
the
go of
head.
the head. No.
Let go of the head.
Go around. Now push into him so that his body's on the arm. No.
This
Roll on his back. Roll on his
Roll
back.
him
Roll
on
on
his
his
back.
back.
Push him on his back. Now then, put your weight there. That arm is trapped. And you've got two arms against this. You can get a double wrist lock or you can get a top wrist lock. Whatever. The hammer lock was one time everybody used to start their finishes from the hammer lock position. Okay, somebody that's more supple. Go down.
Yeah.
Grab the hammer lock.
Young guy.
Okay. He rolls into you. Roll into him to defend it. Okay. Trap his head. Step around. No. Trap
Sit
it
with my
with
knees.
your leg.
Right.
Okay. Half out him. Half out him. Now then, here. Forget that. Hook your arm up.
This one?
Yes. No, just lean back. More. Now grab his wrist. Now step over. You got to straight out.
Yeah.
And he's got no defense. He can't reach it. You try. You got a hammer lock. Walk around and trap the head with your knee. No.
Put your weight
That's it. Good. No half out. Okay, that's it there. Good. Lean back. Hooked up. Hook there. Now lean back. Slide it up to his wrist.
Oh, okay.
Slide it up. Okay, grab the wrist. Let go there. Now step over. There you go. You're good. He's got no chance of defending.
That is nice.
But there's so many things from there. You've got the crooked head scissors, the top wrist lock, the double wrist lock. Another one, let me just bore your body a minute. You've got, no, relax. You've got the top wrist lock here, right? Then change to the wrist. And then bring this arm to here and take this arm out. Jeez. Do it on the mat. That's the way it works better.
Face to face, huh?
Get the top wrist lock. Okay, nice and easy. I want you to get position. Now then, grab his wrist with your left hand. Okay, now underhook his head. Get the bar in. Now push that arm out. There you go.
That's really specific.
That's it. It's very simple. Oh yeah, when the arm goes, you hear it. It goes like pop.
Yeah.
There's one more. They're for guys with long arms. Brother George, myself, and Gotch. There's a common, very common, great submission. Get that front position again. Grab that, okay. And pull him back. Then now the leg's there. Now go in a 45-degree angle to your knees and just grab his heel and stall.
With my outside
This
hand?
hand, yeah. No, the heel. That's it now, just drive forward. Both. Now keep down. Bring this leg through. You got a front face lock. Let go of the foot.
Let go of the foot.
Front face lock. And then just drive forward. What you do is keep the head here. Now, as you push his body back, it forces his head down. So there's no power, no power.
Right.
But you need this foot here so that he can't throw you back. So you've got to make sure you get here.
Okay.
That's right. When I get to here, I'm I'm not doing this.
Right.
I'm pushing this way.
You're bringing everything in.
Push.
Together.
Just, that's it. It's jumping top of his head, down, the pressure's here. Stay there till you get it. That's it. Good. Now, there's different ways to do it. Some of the old timers like to put the hand there. I didn't. This was easier
Quicker to get to.
for me.
It's harder to escape from also.
So I'm not going to do much. So I'm snatching the head. The first thing I'm going for is to try and get it. Normally, you will grab the wrist, not this wrist. The choking wrist. To defend it. So then I'll come underneath. And then I always want to get this out of the way. Now, when I pull back, see where that leg?
Okay. You get him
You
to
don't-
step.
Yeah, it's just a little jerk. All you need is a little step. It's yours.
All right.
Somebody try it.
So I go for this. He catches the hand. Lock this.
There you go. There's yours. When you get this to here, you don't squeeze. Push. That's all. Push. Don't squeeze. You were there. Okay, good. Now then, he's there. Okay, now time to stand on this leg a bit.
Stand on your right leg, Eric.
No, both legs.
Both legs.
Now take a short step and a short step stop. Okay, now then, throw your left leg right underneath. Keep his head tight in this way.
Throw his left.
Your left leg.
Oh, okay, so you want me to go over here?
Yeah, now stop that. When you get there, you let go and hook the arm. Now keep turning. You got the half out. Stand up. You got this for me.
It's like a barrel roll or something.
Yeah, the thing is, instead of getting here, you want to drop this ball to a little bit further down, so that I take the step. Now as I take the step, I'm putting pressure. So as I take the step, this shoulder is already coming up. So bang, bang. Once I do this, I cock this hip, so I can throw this like the easy. You hit it straight, so you throw it, and you stop the power to turn. You cock the hip, then that leg will go through his shoulders.
This hip or the hip, the legs. Oh, okay. And then just throw it.
Try it again.
Let me just start from standing. So why?
Cock the head, now throw it through. Half out, turn. I said, well, you're into so many things. You can also do that from behind. Defense position. Now then, what you do is drop this ball to just there. This ball. You want the pressure there. Okay? Then again, get to your feet. Take a step this way. Now cock your, now throw the head through. Throw the head through. Okay, Josh, but now you're in this position. Stay there while you're hurt. You can rest. But now, you can hold this like you set up for life. I mean, more that way, but I would hook in because it's not just like a top right. That's it. Figure four. Now say you turn that way. Turn that way. No, him. Now don't stop. Turn with him. Turn over.
Other way. On top.
Turn. Yeah, turn right now. Step over. Step over. Sit. Step over. Sit. Turn. Okay, you got the ankle submission. Do you understand, Josh?
Yeah.
He's helping you. So when he starts to turn, if you turn with him, you'll be able to reach it easy.
He'll put me over where I want to be.
No, stop. Get this hand. Stay. This ball. Hit. And then this hand here. Yes, so. Your legs are straight. Reach it like that. Kneel down at a 45-degree angle, pushing in, going down to a 45-degree angle. To your knees. Drop to both knees. Then you don't have to reach for the heels. It's there. If you have to reach for it, that's you won't get it. Yeah, stand up. His foot's too far back. Pull him so he makes a step. That's it now. There we go. Now put the stand on his leg. That's it. No, drop. There you go. Nothing. Just hook you up. No, just hook you up. Just slide up. Nothing. Grab the wrist. No. When you get the wrist. Yeah, okay. Just step down.
Straight arm.
That's it. I mean, that's for straight arm. If you're there, you get a double wrist lock. Slide up. Like here. When you get to get a double wrist lock. And then just roll to this hip. Roll to this hip. No, keep his head trapped. Keep his head trapped. Just roll. There you go.
So, do you prefer that over staying right here? This? It's just more powerful.
Well, using your whole body. That, you're just using your upper body and arm strength. You get a very strong arm. You get a very strong arm. You're using as much energy as him. You need to get the body in a situation where you're using all your body and then that section. Then that section is all the time.
All you gotta do is
You grab the head. Don't finish it. This ball. Sorry. This ball here. Slide. And then you want to pull it into here. Strong. So you're strong. So you slide this into here. Good, now, kneel. No. Well, then, this foot's forward. Go. Kneel, both knees. Yeah, step. Okay, good. Push. Push.
try it again.
Now, run this leg out. No, it's when you weight up, lift it. Now then, bring this knee out to the defense position. And we're wrestling. You know the arm tracks back. I want to do this move from the slide, down slide. That's what I do. Instead of doing this from the arm track, push.
Just to pull more space.
Just all you do is, I need you weight forward. So all I'm doing is that. Now that's mine.
Instead of all that.
That's awesome.
Try it. See it?
How many times have you got?
No, that's okay. You would have got it.
Yeah.
But, watch. What you did was, you went here to pull.
You got them blocking?
No, I got here and blocked, and then I pushed.
Okay, right on.
That's it.
Right, okay.
Go for control.
This for that. But instead of doing this or doing this, I push the wrist.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, I like that. It's a beautiful transition.
So the important part is keep
Switch over. I have no body weight, it's too high. When he sits out, so it's like a spinning wheel. If you're in the center, it's great. The further out you get, the more they'll throw you out. So you've got to learn how to get in the defense position.
Quarter position.
Okay. Okay.
That's right.
Now then. That's good. Okay. We're gonna have to work on that, right? But that's good. What you need now here, don't hug the ankle.
Don't hook it?
No. Once again, what are you doing now? Give me this ankle. Give me this ankle.
through the hole.
No. On the outside.
Where you think you go?
Okay, no, don't hook that yet. Hook your whole ankle.
Single leg ride.
No, the single leg is when you hook the ankle. You want this knee here. Yeah. That's it. Now sit on top like a horse. Get more round. Hold your mind. Okay, mind. Let me get up.
So you're not crossing your feet?
Well, now I'll cross the other. I would if I could.
Other way. Reach your arm out. Now after you go back over the hip.
If he stays high, I'll reach him.
For a neck crank?
This thing, get your body straight. Get straight. Okay, now squeeze your knees. Okay, now then. Relax. And go flat on his back. No, straight out. Now then, pull your arms out in front and arch. Arch up. And just push with your legs. Now, you see, you relax. Take your energy. And when you try to move forward, you will see. Now then, when you bang, you like to see what he wants to do.
He's going to defend his neck.
Okay, so if he tries to get into a strong defense position, no, watch. If he does that, get this foot here and put your weight on. Just before the weight into it. There you go. Then he's going to react. You know what a submission is? Now you cross facing. There you go.
What do you think about this for a finish where you...
The best thing, if you've got your left leg in, the best is a half Nelson on this side.
On this side?
No.
On this side.
If your left leg's in, no, push the stop. Yeah. Push the head this way. Bring this head to the elbow, to the elbow, to the elbow. Yeah, slide it to the elbow. Push the head. There you go.
So it's like a half stock almost.
Churn this, so this is solid bone by the lever.
This one?
Yeah. No, push the head. Push the head. Now, put this bone here and just lever.
You okay?
There you go, you got it. Let me do it.
It's here?
No, let me, you cross face it. Cross face.
The chain.
And you're doing this for the submission, right, Josh? Okay, now keep the pressure here. This hand now is underneath the chin.
Uh-huh.
So you lever off the shoulder and you've got the choke. And he doesn't know the transition's coming.
He thinks he's going to get
You've still got the pressure there. So he's fighting that. And then you just go pop. And then reach underneath, lever, there you go, you got it. Right.
That's nice. One more time. That's it.
You've got to get him deep. If he grabs your wrist, pull the wrist this way and turn your head that way. Yeah, now just turn it.
Take my hooks out.
If you can't wrestle, that's good. But if you were a good wrestler,
Maybe that, right?
hey, I wouldn't do that. No. What I would do in that position is hook your legs in tight. Now squeeze your knees together. Now then, come here, cross face this way. Now then, throw this arm behind you and turn so you've got it. No, the other way. Throw it back. No. Now turn your hips. Now, you've got a perfect supper.
He'd never think of that. Put him back to his face.
And then what it is you've still got control. He's still going to manage you.
Sweet tree.
Pull your arm back and turn the hips down.
Nice. That sucks because I get my arm pinned underneath me. It's extra pressure on my wrist.
I mean, I don't mind if somebody gets behind me. I can fight from there. I got lots of submissions from there. But if you flatten me in the stomach, I really don't want to be there.
That is
That's
the
worst.
position that we're trying to get. Catch wrestlers is that's the position we want to get my opponent in. So now I can relax. I can work some here. Squeeze. If you don't stop, you've got to squeeze your knees so that when you turn your hips, you turn his body. There you go. It's easy. It's the same from a high defense position. Get a high defense position. Okay. Okay, so just stay there now. And he goes to turn. Go to turn. Okay, no, turn the other way. Okay, now then, just relax. Relax, bend forward. Reach around the face. Now turn with it. Turn, keep turning the head. Turn the hips. Turn the hips. Turn the leg. Makes no difference which way he turns. Turn either way. Okay, hook. Just roll with it. Go. Turn. I want you to do what the Americans call a wizard. We call it a hang. Overhook. A hang? Hook the inside leg. Hook it. Pop it. Okay, good. Don't go down.
Pretty good with the wiggers.
That's it. Good. Now, he's fighting up. Fight up. Okay, stop that. Take a step here and stop. Okay. Now this hand, look this hand on your shoulder as you pull the arm through. And this there, then just drop back into a bridge. Now then, if you drop back into a bridge, you'll pop him high. Do it with the punches.
I remember this. Snake bit. Same with your leg screw. Goes through. Just relax. You can take a bump.
Fight, so fight up. There you go. So, that was one of the old Wigan or Ketchikan type standing tools you were asking about. Others, and Josh can do this again. Somebody home I can. So here, we're wrestling here, and the hands are loose. Put your thumbs on the inside and turn the hands out. That's all it is. Step in, get the body.
His hands are loose.
Just turn him out. Step in. There you go. Go. Yeah. Yeah. Do it.
This one.
Joseph.
That's it.
Take it easy, Joe.
A lot of guys used to be like this. A lot of guys will try to grab you. What you do is you hug the thumb. Then you come over here, back elbow, bang, and now I've got the extension here.
Really?
The guy grabs you here, you hook over the thumb. That's all it is. Then I'm here, I'm popping. I need to get his head out of the way. So then I come into here. He's already submitted. Even now, I don't agree with the Ultimate Fighting in Japan or whatever the names of the different groups are. Is because when you're on the mat, they're hitting the back of the head with the fist. Even though you've got gloves on, you can still damage your wrist. Always use the heel of the hand. You will do more damage. This is solid bone. You have no chance of hurting your hand. And the thing is, especially like you had the right there, and his head's on the mat. You of course, if you keep on popping the back of his head with the heel of the hand, he's going to fight like fuck to escape, and then you've got all the submissions you want. Also, when you're on top and you're trying to hit this way, or you see the guys doing this, bullshit. This is still the most dangerous. Even though you've got the glove on, this is still bone, and you can't hurt, you won't get hurt. Jam that bone into the side of his head. Bang, pop it, back elbow. Bang, pop, back elbow, bang, heel of the hand, whatever.
Sweet.
You just don't stop. It's like the old way. Guys, watch this a second. Here, guys, this. Somebody, anybody, okay. Okay. We're here. The old way of going for a double wrist lock. Okay. Got my wrist. He grabs my wrist. Bang, I do the change. Right, okay, I'll pop him. Okay. Bang, hit him with the elbow. Bang, step over, back elbow, double wrist lock. It's boom, boom, bang. We're not going to practice this, but an old-fashioned, what they call chancery.
Chancery. So,
What you do is, you need the hook of your here into here. And this hand has to be turned this way. Then you pull the elbow lock, now you turn this way.
that hurts.
Who's paying your head or your neck?
Watch.
Both.
You reach underneath here. This hand turns to here. You turn the bone. Squeeze the elbows into here. But when you get it, you can crank it. He's going to fight up. Salto.
How are you turning this?
Let him see.
Doing south on me by the head.
Come this way. I'm here and I can't get through. I switch to here. This hand comes through to here. This hand slips to here. Now I turn this bone into here. There you go. When I get to here and I crank it to here, he's fighting up. Good. I just drop back into a big and turn.
Would you turn him that way?
By fighting up, he's helping.
Is that called a broken neck?
It's called a week's vacation from work.
How you getting in?
When I come underneath here, now I'm there. I'm set now.
Usually, actually, how he takes it also from a front headlock. But if you come in on a double or something on me, I'll actually shield with this arm. So
That is the way. There you go.
I'll come right in.
Now then, I want to check this out. There you go.
Now you fight up. And we go.
Slip this wrist to here. You got now roll back and you got a choke. If you turn your wrist, you should get a choke.
Who's got a choker, right?
Joe personally agrees with it. Well, that's a 3/4. That's a 3/4.
That's fine.
No, good. No, that's good. No, Josh.
Keep it.
No. Leave your leg where it was. Pull your leg back. No, you pull your leg back. No. You got the 3/4. Your foot was here. Okay, reach, grab. Okay, step to here. Drop back in the bridge and turn.
With which foot?
Step. No. Keep this foot facing this way.
Okay.
You're going to turn that way. Just bring your foot so you're strong and drop back into the bridge. If he grabs your leg from that position, all you gotta do is
Just go back.
or even just roll, he'll go. He's beating himself. Reach in and grab his leg. Let go of the Let go. Crutch. Sound to Never reach down a leg from the outside. There's too many ways to get it. Dude, just reach. Just grab his leg that way. Put your legs together. Squeeze. Now just sit down and roll. Just sit down and turn that way. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, you would never do that.
But it takes
But
him
I'm
over.
just telling you, he's beating himself by dropping his arm. Jump down defense position. Grab his elbow. Now just roll out and you've got to sit arm position. Where you can be back.
The other one. Okay. You're making throw the 3/4 on me now. Very relaxed there. Yep. Okay.
Just reach around the elbow. That's it. Now turn your shoulder down this way. There you go. Hold up on the ropes and then drop your body down. If you do squeeze, drop your body down. This hand comes to here. To here. Then you take a step, drop back into the bridge.
Nego-chan. Abunaizo.
Tell us about Jimmy Hart from Wigan.
The Wigan days were the most fun days I ever had in my life. They would pull jokes on each other. And someday I just thought about Jimmy Hart because I heard the word hard and I remember Jimmy Hart. There were two old-time wrestlers. One was a coal miner and the other worked in the steel factory. And they were great competitors against each other, both about the same age and the same weight. So I'm very new when I first, when I first started at Wigan. So the two of them are sparring, and sparring in Wigan was not loose. You're down. Nay, I'm not down. You're down. And we're all the old timers are watching. So Billy Riley and Billy Joyce. Billy Riley says, yes, he's down. Winks at Billy Joyce. Billy Joyce says, no, he's not down. I told you you're down. I'm not down. Keep on going. Now they're fighting like hell. I mean, the sweat all over the bloody place. So now they break it up and say, okay, we'll call it a draw. Next week we'll have a match. No secret training. So Jackie Shears leaves. Billy Joyce walks out with him as if he was leaving at the same time. He makes arrangements to privately coach him every day the next week. Billy Riley does the same with the other guy. Now then, for 4 days, they do it at different times. Then Billy Riley and Billy Joyce get together and they get them there at the same time. I mean, God, they had to separate them. Like, you said no secret training. No, you got Billy Joyce helping. You got Billy Riley. So then when the match came, they knocked the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? The best of friends. But that was the type of atmosphere all the time. First time I sparred with Billy Joyce. It's cold in England in winter. I was really, Billy Riley said, okay, come early, we're going to spar with Billy Joyce. Oh, get on the mat with Bob Robinson. Wow, I'm 15. So we go in the gym, and the gym was like, the mat's not like this, but about the size of this area here, the mat. No, half this area here was the whole size of the gym. Around the gym were two 1.5 inch copper pipes that were connected to a gas boiler. So when we got to the gym, you light the gas boiler to get heat into the gym. And it's freezing, So I'm stripped off. They tell me to hurry up, get ready, because Billy Joyce doesn't have much time. So I'm like, okay. Now, obviously, before the gym heats up, the pipes get red hot to heat the gym up. So I don't know this, you know what I mean? So we get on the mat. As soon as we hook up, he pushes me right into the pipe. And my backside hits this hot pipe. Of course I go, woo! And then he hyped my legs. I went, pow, bang on the mat. That was the type of humor. It was just so much fun in that. God. I was thinking, okay, one time, Billy Howells, another one of the old-time Wiganers, he became a hairdresser and they brought out this new hair deal electric machine. And it had not alternating current, direct current. So he wired it up to the weights. Nobody knew. So Billy Riley comes in. I'm with Billy Riley and Ernie Riley and Billy Joyce. And Billy Howells, he's taught this other guys there, Jackie Shears, Jimmy Hall, the old guys. So he said, Billy, can you, Billy was like 70 at that time. Billy, can you still lift this old barbell here? Yeah, sure I can. Well, can you do it like Joe Robinson? That's Billy Joyce's brother. They were rivals, Billy Riley and Joe Robbie. Billy was better, but they were still very, very competitive, tight, great wrestlers, both of them. He said, yeah. He said, well, Joe, you could clean it, and he could push it up so slow you couldn't see his arms moving. You know what I mean? Which takes a lot of power. So Billy says, I can do that. So he bends down, he gets the weight to here, and Billy Howells turns the direct current. Now he can't let go. Grabs the weight, and he's shaking. Well, Ernie, his son, he's thinking my dad's going to have a heart attack. So he grabs Billy to pull him off the weights, but he's stuck to Billy now. So Billy Howells says to me, Billy, get here. He says, let me get to the door before you unplug it. So I unplugged it, and Billy Howells was gone. There was always something happening in the gym. You worked hard. It was really tough, but it was fun. And everybody, you learned to respect. Anybody that was allowed to stay and learn in Wigan, you had to respect just to go through that first 3 months to know that you'd stick it. How good you became depends on the individual, his heart, his learning, no matter whatever. But wrestling was great, great, great fun.
So what difference do you think that, in terms of the rule set, that the pin adds or takes away from the grappling? What do you think
There is no doubt about it that now, with Pride and modern day, whatever the UFC, whatever is, punching has taken over a lot, but the punching is still, as far as I'm concerned, second rate because of distance. But it's only because it's not been taught or it's been forgotten. But with wrestling, submission wrestling, you can get into a position to grab submissions a lot easier if you've got a man that's fighting not to be pinned or trying to turn away from his back, because as he turns, the upper arm is loose, the upper leg is loose, or the ankle. But now, guys are staying on the back with no fear of getting beat or being pinned. So it's got a tremendous amount of
Technique.
submission technique. Submissions that you could get, the same submissions, where you could get a lot easier because the man was fighting not to be
So
on his
there's less offense and it's turned more into a defensive game, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah. It was, and I don't care what anybody says about defense. The greatest defense is a good offense. You want to be on the offensive at all times. If you get onto the defensive, your only goal is to escape and start again. You've got to learn how to stand up. And when you stand up, another thing that's not done now is people wrestle at one speed. You can't do that. You've got to change your speed, fast or slow, so he doesn't know. Once, nowadays, you can read any wrestler that I've seen in the last, even Sakuraba. Sakuraba, one of his big mistakes is that he will wrestle at one speed. So I know his speed, so I can relax because I know his speed. But if he changes speed on me, it means that I'm tense all the time. I can't relax. Another thing is that guys have a tendency to think submission is that that's all it is. And they shoot all the time for submissions. Now, it's like a great heavyweight fighter, boxer. If he goes in the ring with the goal of trying to knock the guy out, there's 90% chance he's not going to do it. But if he goes in and does what he knows how to do, relax, uses his speed, and just goes on, there's 90% chance he will get the knockout. If he tries to get the knockout, it makes it a lot harder because your opponent knows what you're going for. Same with submission wrestling. If you're going after one thing, he knows it, he will defend that. You got to go for one thing and keep him interested enough that he's defending that one thing, and then you change him to something else. You know? I mean, that's the basic principles. There's so many fine and splinter ways. You know what I mean? But I don't care how good anybody was or what great names you can think of. There is no one way to do anything. You taught in Wigan. You showed the move. You showed different ways to do it. Different ways to do it against tall guys, short guys, fat guys, whatever. But you have to practice to make it work for you. Because you know it doesn't mean to say it's going to work for you. You can only make it work for you if you keep trying to do it. And you get the experience. God, I made him submit with this from that angle. I can't get it from this. Why? Go back. Then ask somebody who knows something about it. Or that now you've got videotapes, watch and say, well, shit, if I change my angle this way a bit, or if I shorten this arm. You know, when you're in a match, nothing works perfect all the time. You go in a match and you're there with your mind open. Don't ever worry about what the guy is famous for, what reputation he's got. If you start worrying about that, you're going into a defensive frame of mind and you're cutting off your offensive ability. Don't do that. Do what your coach and your trainer has taught you to do, what you know. Just go out there and do your best to succeed in what you know and you're comfortable with. There's no sure way. There's no one way to do anything. But it can be done, but you have to make it work for you. Now, Josh and I will go for the same thing, and his way of doing it will work for him, and my way will do it might work for me. Neither are wrong. The basic move is the same. But Joss has learned how to make it work for him. And I know I've made it work for me when I used to wrestle. So all these things that we've been doing, you have to make work for you. You gotta use this, you gotta have this. And then it's physical chess, the greatest sport and the most fun you'll ever have in the world. I mean, that's my opinion. That's why I'm still doing it. Or trying to do it. I know how you laugh about me getting down on it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Unless you have to be demonstrating on one of us, and we're not laughing at all.
Any questions about old timers?
Who was your arch enemy?
No, I never had a. We were told there was no such.
I mean, it was.
Arch enemy. My two biggest guys that I wanted to beat was first Billy Joyce, who I thought was the greatest of all time, and again Carl Gage, because he became very good after he learned at Wigan, you know. And as I'm saying, I'm 12 years younger and whatever. So when I was wrestling with Carl, I was 15. You know, he was 27, 28. Been in the Olympics and all that and learned how to wrestle. So I was just like a dummy, basically. But I didn't quit. And it was, so those were the two guys. And then Azarati I wanted to beat, but Azarati wouldn't wrestle me. And when I got good, he wouldn't wrestle me. And nothing to say bad about Azarati, he was an old man. You know, I was the best of the new crop. You know.
What happened between you and Jack Briscoe?
There's a lot of different stories. First, I wrestled him in Australia in a match, and something happened in the ring, and he got mad, and I got a little bit mad, so he went to hospital in Brisbane, Australia. Then we became very, very good friends. And he invited me to his room for me to show him some submissions, because he was a college wrestler. So Jack's a super nice guy. You know? So we were going through things. I'm in my underpants. He's in his underpants. But he said, Billy, Step, this is the Southern Star Hotel, the #1 hotel in the whole of Australia. It's like 9 o'clock at night. There's still a lot of people around. He's Billy, step outside. There's a newspaper. Grab the newspaper. Let's see what's on television. I go outside. Locks the door. I'm outside in my underpants. But it's not as if my room key's inside the room, which he won't give me. And I live 2 floors higher. It was embarrassing. I could ring down to the bellman, please.
What would you have to say would be your, what's your go-to hold, or what would you say is the hold that works best, that you found as sort of your, always the one you can go back to and make work for you? What's sort of your ace in the hole?
Well, I think that it's not an ace in the hole as a finishing hold, but as a setup was the half ouch. Standing or from the mat. If I get an half ouch, I've got a loose arm. From that, depends on his reaction. I can go to a double wrist lock, a straight arm, cross face, top wrist lock, crooked head scissors. There's so many opportunities from the half ouch.
So you really like the front headlock series of stuff, to the half hatch, to the front headlock here.
Oh, yeah. Cross face. Another thing is Remind Me Tomorrow, the arm trap, which is a great, again, nowadays it's tough because people don't fight to get away from the back, but normally you take a guy down, he's trying to turn. I'll show you an arm hook that will set up the half ouch and set up so many different submissions. Remind Me Tomorrow.
Well, what would you say is your favorite submission then?
Well, ankles were always great for me, and riding on that far, the half Nelson. and just beating a guy until he made that arm come loose, and then you've got it. But it's like when I was at Wigan on a Friday night, I'm 15 years old, Billy Riley, about same Jimmy Hart, was always there on a Friday night. And Billy Riley made me spar with him. And this was my Friday night for 3 months. It would be, get on the mat. It would take him 30 seconds to a minute to get me down and hook in and ride me. And then it would be a cross face, slip it, back elbow, reach around the arm, back elbow, cross face. For 45 minutes. And all I heard was, never mind, lad, you'll have an 18-inch neck before you're 16 years old. I used to walk home. I used to catch the train home from Wigan to Manchester, and I used to walk up a hill to catch the bus to Ashton, where I lived. And as I'd walk up the hill on a Friday night, when my neck, like I told you about the old-time wrestlers, you work the neck down. Once the neck goes, the nervous system, your body's shot. I used to walk up, and I used to have to lean against the building and rest my head for a minute to get enough energy to go for the next 100 yard. And that was 3 months of that I had. Then Billy Riley said, don't come on a Friday night. What a relief. Then about 2 months later, he said, Billy, I need you up that Friday night. And my face must have gone like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Jimmy Hart. So he said, what's wrong? I said, Jimmy Hart. He said, don't worry about it. He said, now you will beat him today. I said, Billy, no way. He said, oh, you were the master. You were the coach. You were the world champion. You know wrestling. I said, no, mister, I'm sorry. He said, I'm telling you, you're going to go on the mat. You're going to beat him. We go on the mat, wrestle 1 minute. I'm still standing. 2 minutes. He's not got me down. Now I'm starting to get my confidence. Then I got him down, and that was the end of it. You know what I mean? I walked in and did my stuff and repeated on him what he'd done for me for 3 months. You know, got a bit of that back. And after that, Jimmy Hart never wanted to wrestle me anymore. You know what I mean? But Billy knew there are things in wrestling. When you're learning, it's like walking up steps. Some guys go for the first 3 stages, learn very fast, and level out for a long time. Or you go up, you learn, you go up, you learn, you go up, you learn. All different stages for knowledge and experience. There is no time limit on this. There's no way say, well, you've been wrestling 3 months, you should know this by now. Every individual is different. Billy Joyce, who I say was the greatest of all time that I wrestled with, took him 6 or 7 years just to break in. His own brother, Joe Robinson, Billy Riley said, Billy Joyce was the dumbest kid he ever tried to teach. And then just by going through the same thing, just one day it was like the door opened to his brain, and then he just, like overnight, became and matured to become, as I say, the greatest wrestler I've ever seen. You know, so there is no time for any individual. You guys think you're too old. It's bullshit. There's no such thing. Injuries will stop you, but you can get on the mat, you can still learn. And if you learn the right way, you can have a hell of a lot of fun with it. You know, wrestling is physical, Jess. It's fun, guys. Greatest sport in the world.
Bar none.
Oh, no.
Anybody else have any questions? Well, that'll do us for tonight. Thank you.
During time. That's Japanese beef.